Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. This is going to be more of a serious topic here when it comes to the future of the internet and your privacy. So there's been this hot topic issue going around YouTube that I've been trying to wrap my head around. There's a lot of discussions when it comes to legislations from other countries, legislations being done in my home country, the United States, and these regulations that all these websites are now requiring when it comes to verifying your age online. So verifying your age online for the longest time has been running on an honor system. You pretty much insert your birth date, or at least the birth date that a website is going to perceive you as. A lot of people aren't very honest on the internet when it comes to certain things, but that's just the way it has been. And now there's been these legislations, these laws that are going to be proposed or put in place in the near future when it comes to the internet and identifying minors and protecting minors on the internet. And the more you read about it and see it, it's less about protecting minors or children on the internet and more about control and restrictions and censorship. So when it comes to YouTube, it's been more clear cut now. Next week on August 13th, they're going to be implementing a new AI that's going to be identifying people, estimating their ages based on their viewing habits. So you may not need to upload an ID, but in some cases, an AI could misidentify you as a minor just based on seeing your viewing habits. Like if you watch too many like cartoons on the internet, or let's say you're a parent or you're an older sibling and you put on like Coco Melon or some sort of dumb brain rot cartoon, or heck, even if you tune on the official channels of like a cartoon or a kids creator, their content is going to be labeled as for kids, right? And you put on that sort of content on your main account, eventually YouTube is going to see those viewing habits. They're going to see that channel history of just kids content and identify you as a kid. Oh, this must be a kid. We're gonna probably need ID for the person wanting to watch a not made for kids video, a more mature video. We're gonna need to see some sort of scan of your face, ID, or any sort of document like a credit card or debit card that proves that you're an adult. And the problem with that is how YouTube's going to secure that information, and if they're going to keep that protected from any sort of parties that want to gain access to that information, like data brokers, hackers, leakers. You're just opening a back door for doxers at this point, because now there's just going to be a database of faces and IDs for people who actually do comply with this sort of rule. There's been talk about trying to avoid these sort of things, like just simply not watching kids content, or there's been this meme that's been going around in the UK. There's already measures on their side of the internet and websites that you visit that you need to upload pictures of your face, and they use screenshots from like Death Stranding because that game has like the best graphics ever, and you can bypass any sort of facial recognition on that, and you can trick the AI that way. And yeah, that's the thing too, is this also going to be sort of a backdoor for like identity theft too? Like, are people just going to be more inclined to commit identity theft? Although you shouldn't. I mean, I can't really like, because I am a monetized creator, so I can't technically lie on an account I'm using, or else, I will risk any sort of future of me getting paid by YouTube or getting any sponsorship deals if I ever become big. If that's a big if. But yeah, that's the thing too, is it just punishes people who are following the rules, and for the people who don't follow the rules, they'll find some sort of way to circumvent that. It's a mess. It's really a mess that's really, it's very much leading into a dystopian type of controlled environment of the internet, because the internet is basically a place you think you'd have freedom. You've had some sort of freedom of speech or expression or freedom of accessing information, and now that's just going to be restricted with the purposes of of uploading your ID or the premise of protecting kids. It's a lot to wrap your head around when it comes to this. And I've been looking at the pages for these bills and what they're proposing. There's a lot of legalese on these type of things, so it's really hard to understand what's really going on until you actually hear it from enough people and say, okay, this is dangerous for the internet when it comes to freedom. My rights are going to be taken away just because of the actions of others, or others who just simply don't understand the internet, or just simply stopped being parents. Parents stopped being parents for some reason. Like, parents have the right to be in control of what their kid watches on the internet, or talking over things, or communicating things with them. When I was a kid, my parents were parents, and they said, hey, like, you only have this certain amount of time on the computer. Don't go on these websites, or don't go anywhere where you don't know what to click on, or don't view anything inappropriate. They were parents. They disciplined me on what things I shouldn't click on the internet. They put parental controls when I played video games. I know, right? Those exist. And really, we weren't really pressuring all these companies to do all sorts of restrictions on this. And the thing about it too is, really, what could these companies do is content moderation. If they're really worried about controlling what people can and can't see, is content moderation. But I think that's a whole separate can of worms when it comes to that. When it comes to like content moderation, AI versus people, and it very much is looking like these big corporations are wanting to expedite workflows and cut people out of the equation when it comes to these type of jobs, so they can save money. Like, oh, AI can just do it. Forget paying actual human beings and giving them benefits. No, let's just cut that out, and we'll just leave it up to AI to do that. So yeah, it's a complicated situation, but what can you do? What can you do in this situation? Well, you could contact your congressman if you live in the United States. You can write them a letter, shoot them a call, shoot them an email, or you could also sign petitions for any sort of similar legislations that are also branching off of this too. I think there is another legislation or groups of bills, acts that are being proposed. There's also the Screen Act, thanks to Sequoia 101, who mentioned this in a Discord server I'm in. She also mentioned, this type of petition that's sort of against the same premise of restricting websites for people, censoring certain things, and this whole premise of show me your identification papers, or else no internet for you. So these are our freedoms that we're talking about. This is probably worse, I would say, than COPPA. I remember the controversy around COPPA. It was pretty much going to label like people's videos for kids content as restricted, or they're going to restrict like the comment sections that because of COPPA, there's no targeted advertising for COPPA compliant videos, things like that. And then now I think these new series of bills follow the same philosophy of the Kids Online Safety Act in the United States. It's called KOSA now. There's this new act, these new series of laws that are sort of branching off the same idea of restricting the internet and requiring people to give up their personal information just so they can access the things that they want to access. But yeah, it's complicated. It's very complicated, and I just wanted to speak my piece. Will I willingly submit my ID to YouTube? That depends. That depends on what sort of thing is going on here, because I think I technically already did identify myself with YouTube, since I am a monetized channel. I think I did have to upload some sort of documentation in the past, but any sort of effort to re-identify me would just be futile. So for the record, YouTube, please don't ask for my ID again. That would just be very, very redundant. But for everyone else, no, No, I don't think regular people should just not be forced to upload their ID to watch a simple cat video or a tutorial on how to fix their car. That's just ridiculous. All right, that's it. If you guys have any thoughts over this, over my long rambling, make sure to comment down below. If you guys want to stay tuned for more of my content as I try to come back to YouTube, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.